we'll do the digital thing and move along quickly because of our crunch time. So we got all the numbers passed out?
Yep.
She's going as fast as she
Go.
Can I say one thing?
Yep.
I don't know, can you?
Yeah, you go. Yeah. No, I can't.
Bob, you should talk.
When you get into groups, we found last time, and Rick really tried to make sure this happens, don't solve the problem there, just come up with these issues, don't solve the issues, please.
We're identifying the issues and not solving them here. We're going to leave that for the next exercise. So we got to bring it back together. So I got group one. Take that room, grab a chair, make a circle, or whatever you need to do in there. There's no tables in the room, but we can make that out. So ones.
Is there other functions that they can go to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You're having events. You want to come down here? We will have like, there's one in, they go to Lakeside. They have a presence there. They did the spring tour.
Persons come up from each group. We've got some scribes. What we're going to do is just capture what these issues are, what these influences are that are impacting snowmobiling in Michigan and perhaps the entire snowmobile community. So, group number two. Trick you. Ones are ready. Two. Come on up. Just tell us what you guys got. What you guys? All right. Your list.
Big one was accountability of funds from both the grant sponsors and from the state of Michigan. Another issue was not enough volunteers. And with the issue with volunteers, I think some of the information that kept coming up over and over again was information availability for the masses, the snowmobiling masses, or even the public, which we said, information isn't adequate for brushing or signing coordination, knowing when, where all these places are in one concerted effort, instead of finding out, from different sources about one place or another, like one central core location of finding stuff, which would be helpful for like internet connectivity of people helping out. So one of the influences would be internet.
Hurry up, I'm gonna write all that down.
What was standing there for?
Really,
We got video.
Almost shorthand.
information availability for members and non-members on, volunteer opportunities, public relations opportunities, connecting clubs to people who want to help out.
You only get one out.
Public relations issues, getting the media involved more positively with our sport, instead of always the negative. Training program for groomers operators. Getting the word out on impacts for local businesses, pluses or minuses.
What was that?
Impact to local businesses.
Impact of snowmobiling on local businesses?
Because there's you're not a big impact maybe, but we really are in a lot of places. I don't think that's really well known how to get the information out.
Okay.
Gas prices, insurance liabilities. One issue we brought up was about sled training, giving people training, like if you're motorcyclists, you have to have cycle endorsement, but tying sled training to possible insurance discounts.
That's a big
What is it?
you're talking about
Safety training, but tying it to, and also tying it to insurance discount opportunities.
Are you taking safety training towards licensure? Or like, did I hear your group talk about motorcycle certificates?
Well, it's just like, you have to have a motorcycle certificate to get a motorcycle, but anyone can drop 10 grand in a snowmobile dealership and buy a rocket. So trying to
Make an endorsement.
make an endorsement of some sort for sled operations, but then getting the benefit of, why would anybody do it? Well, I don't need to do that because I already know how to ride a sled. But tying it to something that's beneficial for the operators, maybe it's insurance discounts.
Okay.
That's a big issue.
Okay?
All right.
Okay, now we just
All right, number one. We got number one. Use those charts over here. If you, again,
actually.
to save some
Okay,
time,
I was gonna say.
if we've got something very similar or the same subject, just point it out and we won't capture it on another sheet of paper.
Well, our first one was numbers of volunteers, grant sponsors, club members.
Volunteers, grant sponsors,
Club members.
club members.
How they impact what can happen. 2 was the Michigan DNR, which we were told not to talk about, so anyways.
Well, no, you can talk about it, I just didn't want you to slam it into the ground.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about it. The general public, local communities, the knowledge of what snowmobilers do, what they contribute to their area, their impact on their economy, which is kind of what impacted snowmobiling on the area right there.
If I had
He's got it, if you said
an
it.
image on here, image of snowmobilers, did that capture what you guys are talking about? Your group?
That's pretty much
Yes.
right on impact image, whatever, yeah. And then fuel costs, gas prices, I mean, everyone knows $4 to $60 a gallon, we're not going very far very fast. Weather, I mean, it's an external influence, if you got no snow,
Right, Ken, we
you
don't
can't
have.
ride.
But
It's anywhere.
If you can, call somebody out.
Weather is sponsored by Sled Solutions. There you go.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. No,
Better get a new phone call.
yeah.
Snowmobile manufacturers, this is more of a negative, pushing the racing sleds, need to get them more, it's not my handwriting, need to get them more involved in maybe training and the proper.
You asked me to write, sorry.
That's okay, I just, why I'm doing this, and not my bad eye.
Yeah, if you wrote that, I'm probably the only one that could read it.
That's kind of a new one. First time I've heard this is, your group is talking about manufacturing pushing speed, adrenaline, safety issues.
Well, like he was saying, anyone could go out and plop down 10 grand on a 1,000 cc or an 800 race sled that's, they got no business being on because they don't
Okay,
have
so
the proper training experience mindset.
would you extrapolate that discussion to be, if the manufacturers are going to push speed, they have a responsibility to push safety?
Or training.
Yeah,
Education.
We also talked about the effect on the trail surface itself. The fact that if you got big horsepower and deep lugs and don't know how to use them, it's going to defeat as much grooming as you try to throw at it.
Well, they just blamed the whole bad trails on my sleds.
I second that.
Fourth,
Like I said, they blame the trails on my, the bad, that's why I ride off trail now, so you guys can't blame me.
what else you got?
The impact of quality snowmobile dealers and service stations against the negative of the shitty dealers out there that do nothing but give all sled dealers a bad name. Something we talked about. The environmentalists,
Preservationists.
there you go,
there you
preservationists,
go, Kathy, that's one.
tree huggers,
Environmentalists, preservationists,
Greenies.
greenies.
I have other words for them, but I won't say them here.
Well, we are on a camera here, so, and we won't go too far. And then the last one was trail permit pricing.
trail permit pricing as a concept.
And, it's an influence, whether they're gonna go or not.
Yes, it is.
They're talking about raising the prices.
Absolutely.
And, if they're gonna raise the prices, maybe some accountability of where the money's going,
Yep.
so we do some transparency that we
Coming
can
back to
see.
accountability, we got here.
And that's what we came up with.
Good.
Good. Comment I have in regards to, because it came up, it'll probably come again, preservationists, environmentalists. I talked to you about the ever-growing population of nonprofit associations of special interests, right? I wanted to share this quote with you and kind of tie it together from the National Council of Nonprofit Associations. It reads, "The nonprofit sector is a significant source of renewal. An idea that is controversial, unpopular, or strange has little chance in either the commercial or the political marketplace. The sector, i.e. the nonprofit sector, comfortably harbors innovators, maverick movements, groups which feel they must fight for their place in the sun, and critics and dissenters of both liberal and conservative persuasion. And it is from such individuals and groups that one may expect emergence of the ideas that will dominate our society and our world a century hence." What really kind of grabbed me there is the fact that we've got all of these other organizations fighting against each other. And I think I heard it in a couple of the groups. I just want to bring it out now that it's a constant battle, right? From land use to all the tree hugger issues. And it's